Alright, so today we're doing Isle of Skye with the Druid expansion. Alright, the setup, give each player their shield, starting tile, marker, and axe in the color of each player's choice. Turning any unused pieces back to the box, they will not be used for the game. Next, place the scoreboard within easy reach of everybody, making sure that it's on the correct side. 2 to 4 players on the first side, 5 on the other. Then each player is going to take their player score marker and put it on the 0 space, and the round marker on the leftmost spot above the A flag here. Next, place the land tiles in the bag, give them a shuffle, put them off to the side for now, next to the scoreboard. Next, you would take 4 of these end score tiles here, give them a shuffle, and place one in each of these window slots here. We are going to take the 4 of the 6 from the Druid expansions and do that with them, but you can mix and match these with the base game. It's up to you. I'm just going to use the Druid expansion ones to show what they do. Okay, once you've decided which ones you're going to use, you're going to choose 4 of them, give them a mix up, place them face up in the window spaces like I said, and return any unused ones to the box. They will not be used for the game. Next, we're going to place the money near the scoreboard. This will probably get arranged because of the dome board that's going to come up, but I have them in containers. They don't come in the game. You could use whatever you want or just pull them in a pile. It's up to you. Okay, next, take these Druid tiles. Do not mix them up with the land tiles, but we're going to take the Druid tiles, we're going to give them a shuffle, mixing them up, and then we're going to place them in stacks face down near the dome board. Then we will take 5 of them, flipping them face up and placing them in the 5 spaces here on the dome board. I'd like to do it with this stone symbol facing up. Next, we're going to take these stone tiles and place them off to the side of the dome board. There's 2 of each kind. You could either put them in one giant stack or separating, like I am, by pairs. Up to you. Next, take one of these 50 100-sided markers for each player. Place that near the scoreboard. And the final step is to assign the first player and give them the first player token here. And that is it. You are set up to play Isle of Skye with the Druid expansion. Alright, so to play Isle of Skye with the Druid expansions is similar to the base game, which is we start off with the income phase. We get 5 coins for the castle and then 1 coin for every barrel that is connected to the castle tile by road. So in this case, the green player here would get 6 coin because they have 5 for the castle, 1 for this barrel. Here, the yellow player would have 5 coin. They would take this, keep it secret from other players. It is their personal bank. Then, starting with the first player, they would draw tiles, place them in front of their shield, flip these tiles over. Next, players would simultaneously choose 1 tile to axe, lining the axe token behind the tile, behind the screen, and then assign a value to the other tiles. Players must assign at least 1 coin to a tile. Everybody would do this simultaneously, and then they would reveal what they have done, pulling their screens back, returning the tiles that they chose to give the axe to back to the tile bag there for the next round. And starting with the first player, they would choose to buy a tile or pass. Okay, in this case, the green player will buy this tile here. So they would take the money from their secret bank, give that money to the player they bought the tile from. That player would take that money plus what they assigned to the tile, putting that into their secret supply. And the player who bought the tile would take the tile, putting it in their player area for now. And then the next player would do the same thing or pass if they chose to. It's up to them. Okay, and any remaining tiles left, the money would go to the bank, and players would take those tiles and place them in their personal supply. Alright, so up to now, it is basically the same as the base game of Isle of Skye. Okay, we're in the 4th phase, which is the buying phase, where everybody's bought their tiles. Everything in front of them has been bought. The bank's been paid, the other players have been paid, everything's squared away there. Now we have another buying opportunity. We could buy off this dome. If you had passed in this previous buying phase, we'll call it, you can choose to participate in buying off of the dome board now. Okay, so if you do choose to use the dome board, you have 3 options. You could pass, which is just like previously. You just pass, next player goes, that's the end of your turn. Or you can buy off the dome board, one of these tiles up here, and we'll get into that in a second, how that works. Or the third option is you could draw 2 of these tiles. Instead, drawing them, choosing one, discarding the other one back to the bag. Alright, so if we look at the dial board here, we have 5 columns here, starting from left to right. Each column has a tile here, and each tile will have a rock symbol on it, which will correspond with the rock symbol up here. The rock symbol is the price in coins you will have to pay, plus whatever coins are above the tile in the column that you're buying it from. Alright, so here, this tile would cost 5 coins no matter where it was on this board. Okay, if we're here, it'd be 5 coins. If we're here, it'd be 5 coins. And then we did have to add whatever coin symbol is above it. As we can see here, we go 4 down to 1, and then cost no coins here. So if we bought this tile here, it would be 9 coins, 5 plus 4. But if it were down here, it would only be 5 coins, 5 plus 0. And, 6 over here, and so on. Okay, now these tiles are mainly for endgame scoring, or we could get these stone tiles here, which give us special abilities, and I'll get into them in a second. Now, once a player has bought a tile, let's say this one's bought by the green player, I'll place it near their player board for now. And then all these other tiles would slide down, and we would fill the last space here on the right with a new tile. Alright, now the third option is down here. We see we could spend 5 coins. We could draw 2 tiles out of the bag, select one of these 2 tiles, discarding the other one back into the bag, and place that one near our play area. Alright, so there's the 3 options you have. Play would pass on to the next player, and it would continue on to the next phase, which would be placing your tiles simultaneously, following the rules of the normal game. Mountains to mountains, water to water, fields to fields, road going into an incompleted area. The roads don't have to be complete, doesn't matter. Then, before you go into end scoring here, we would slide all the tiles down, filling them in, and then refreshing the furthest one to the left. Alright, and then you go into end round scoring, and of course when you get to the third round onward, whoever's behind the first place player would get coins depending on what round it is. And then at the end of the game, you would score like normal. You would score off of the scrolls here. Whatever the scroll tells you to do, you get points for that. If they are in a completed region, you get double the points for that. 1 point for every 5 coin, and whoever has the most points at the end of the games wins. If there's a tie between those 2 players, whoever has the most coin would win. Alright, so that's basically Druids. Let's get into what the tiles do. Alright, so most of the tiles will be the end scoring. They'll give you points depending on, what this says. Like this one, for every 2 barrels, you get a point. This one's for every 5 coins, you get a point. This one's just 4 points right off the bat. Some of them will have conditions where you gotta combine things, like this. If you have a lighthouse and a ship in a watered area, even if it's incomplete, you would get 1 point for each pair you have. Then we have something that'll give you points depending on completed regions. Like this will give you 1 point for every completed farmland. This one for every water area. This one for every mountain area that's completed. These guys here, it'll give you a number of points if you have a number of animals in a completed area or a number of structures in a completed area. Okay, these 2 work similarly. They'll give you a point for every 3 tiles that you have either in a row or a column, depending on what the tile you have is. This guy here will give you points for the longest continuous road you have. Okay, and it does not count as a forking road. It's got to be, when you get to a forking road, you got to pick one path. Give you 1 point for every 2 tiles in that road. And then we have these stone tiles here. Like I said, they have these stone tablets that correspond to them. There's 2 of them in the game, and they can stack on top of each other. So you could do the benefits twice if you collect 2 of the tablets. You get 2 of the tiles with the tablet symbols on them. Okay, this guy here is pretty simple. During the buying phase, when you pay another player to buy a tile off them, it would cost 1 coin less. This one will be 2 coins less. And if you had 2 of them, in your player, you could stack them. So for this, it would be 2 coins less. For this, it could be 4 coins less. This guy here lets you select 1 scroll in your kingdom and score it again. So Say you scored a scroll and it's in a completed area, you would score that one, twice. And then you could choose to add this onto that scroll to score that again. And if you had 2 of them, you could then score it again. You could score it up to 4 times per scroll, depending on how you play it. Okay, so this guy here, during the buy phase, the first buy phase, you can choose to buy one of the tiles that you have put out in front of your board here before other players can. You would pay that money to the bank, whatever it is that you assign to that tile, and then you could do your normal buy as usual. If you have 2 of them, you could buy both of them that are in front of you. It's up to you. And this last guy here is during the down phase, instead of buying one of these tiles, you could choose to pay 5 coins to the bank and draw 2. If you have this, you can instead pay 2 less, meaning you pay 3 to the bank, and you can draw 3 tiles from the bag, choosing one of them, returning the other 2 back to the bag. So that is how the down board works. Now let's look at the end of round scoring. Alright, so this guy here will give you 2 points for every tile that is in a completed mountainous area, the largest completed mountainous area you have. Alright, so if we look here, the all player get 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 points for this one. Over here, the green player only has these 2 that are completed, so it would be 4 points. Okay, this guy here is whoever has the most lighthouses will get 5 points. Second with the most will get 2 points. If there's a tie for either of them, they get the entire points. So if it's tied for first player, you get all 5 points, but you won't get the points for second place. And if it was the second place players that were tied, they get 2 points. This guy here will give you 1/2 point rounded down for every incompleted section of water you have. So if we look here, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces of water that aren't completed, 6 sides. We would multiply that by 1/2, giving us 3, round it down. Okay, so if we had 7, we'd round it down to 3 instead of going up to 4. This guy here will give you 3 points for every ranch that you have on a completed water area. Okay, so if we look over here, this player has 1 right here. Here's a ranch, completed water area. They would get 3 points. If we look over here at the green player, they have 2 here on this completed water area, which will give them 6 points. This guy here will give you 2 points for every cow in your largest cattle area. Okay, so if we look here, the all player only has 1 cow, so they get 2 points for that 1 cow. But if we look over here, this player here has 1, 2, 3 cows. That's his largest. And he has another one here in a separate field, so he would get 2 points for each of these cows, giving them 6 points. This one, you would get no points. Okay, and the final one here will give you 2 points for every tile that is at the edge of a diagonal. Could be going up or down, doesn't matter. Okay, so if we look down here, we got 2, 4, 6, 8 points. They can skip between an empty spot. Okay, now the Druids can be added in with the Journeyman expansion. The special tiles here, the stone tiles here, they will take effect with the added bonus tiles you get on the scoreboard with Journey. So if you had this one here and you had that tile in Journeyman, which would let you buy another tile from a player, but the bank pays it, this would take effect. It would be 2 coins less. The bank would still pay it, but you would pay 2 coins less than what the other player were asking for. And the rest of it's the same during, when you're buying tiles off other players and stuff like that. You'll move up on the track, etc. Alright, so that is basically it. That is how you play Isle of Skye with the Druids expansion. Stay tuned for the gameplay. Alright, today we're playing Isle of Skye, the classic tile laying bidding game with the Druids expansion, which just has some more scoring on it and a little tomfoolery in there. Alright, so Jen will be first. She's the yellow player here. I'm the green player. It plays the same. We start with the income. We get 5 coins for our castles, and this will be, hidden in a supply where nobody else can see it. Normally with the 2-player game, I use 2 shields for this. And speaking of shields, we're not going to use it for the gameplay. It'll just make it easier. But I usually, 2-player game, use 2 shields and keep money behind 1 shield and use the other shield for the bidding and all. But I'm babbling. And then, we draw 3 tiles, place them up, axe 1, and choose what we want to pay for them. So I'll get that done now. Alright, so they price them, axe them. They reveal, price them and axe, put the ones they axed in the bag. And then, starting with the first player, they'd buy. So, Jen's the first player. She left 3 coin in her supply because she wants to buy off this down board here. She wants to buy this one here, which will help her out. Was it that one? It's one of them. I'll get back to that. Alright, so she will pay 2 coins, giving it to him. You know what? She'll buy this one. 2 coins, put that off to the side. He takes all this, and then he would buy off of Jen. I would buy off of Jen. This might get confused. I'm a little stoned today. It's a really bad weather day. Alright, but regardless, it's only a coin. So she would give him 1 coin for this guy here. Take that. The rest would get paid to the bank. And now the Druids expansion would take effect. Starting with the first player, we get a second buying fees where we could choose to buy up here on the down board, or we could pass, even if we had passed the previous buying fees, or we could give 5 coins to the bank and draw 2 out of the bag, select 1, discard the other one. Alright, so Jen doesn't have 5 coins, so she's not going to do that. She is going to buy one though, so she's got 3 coins. So basically she can only buy these 2 because these cost what is printed on the stone here in the top right, plus the coins in the column that they are. So this would be 1 coin. This would be free. This would be 7 coins, 5 plus 2, 5 plus 3, 8, etc. Jen's only got 3 coins, so it's one of these 2. This one will let her pay 3 coins and draw 3 tiles instead of doing this. Discarding 2, keeping 1. And this will give her 1 point. You know what? She'll do. She'll go with this for free. Because 0 plus 0 is 0. Okay, so she'll grab that, put her near her board for now. These will slide down. New one will come out in the leftmost spot. And the next player could buy one if they choose to. So, let me see. I have 4 coins. So I can get this one for free. I could buy this one. Oh, you know what? I am going to buy this one. This one will give me, if I buy off another player, it'll be 1 less coin. So I am going to buy that. And being that this has that stone on it, I will also take the stone tablet to remind me later that I have that ability. Okay, so I will pay 3 coins to the bank. Now this would slide down, and if another player were playing, he'd flip over and fill it. But being that it is a 2-player game, it's the end round. Now I will discard the last one here, slide the rest down, and then fill the right one up again. But you should do that later on the phase. I do it now so I don't forget. But now we are going to place it, so I'll get back after we get done placing. Okay, so now we place like normal. The end round scoring here is we're trying to get 2 points for the biggest mountainous area that we have completed. The next round will be, whoever has the most light towers here will get 5 points. Then C in round, 3, we will score a half a point for every side of water that is at the edges. Round it down. And for D, we will score 3 points for every range that is near a completed watered area. Alright, so we both place. We do this simultaneously like normal. And then we score for the end. So Jen could not complete a mountainous area. She doesn't get any points. This is my biggest and only one. I get 2 points for each one for a total of 4 points. Okay, that's it. Now, if we were down further rounds, we'd add A and B or A and C or whatever it is. But for A, we're only doing the A tile. All right, we go to the next round. First player marker goes to me. We go in an income phase. So, as you can see here, I got 2 whiskey barrels connected to my castle. I get 7 coins. And Jen has 6 coins. 5 for castle, 1 for the whiskey barrel. Now, we draw, hack, and price. All right, we reveal axe, and then I will buy a tile from Jen or pass. I think I will buy this one. No, this one. I'll buy this one because this is completed already. So that's automatic 3 points. I'm going to buy this one. Giving that money to Jen. But because I have this tile down, it will cost 1 coin less. So instead of getting 3 coins, she gets 2 coins. I get this. Jen buys off of me. She wants this one to score, definitely. So she gives me 3 coins. Okay, the rest goes to the bank. And then I could choose from the down board or pass or whatever. Let me see. I got 7 coins here. Well, I'll be going for the cattle anyway, and it is free. Or $5 rather. It's expensive. But they're going to be cattle in this. So yeah, you know what? I'll do that. I'll buy the cattle one for $5 here. It slides down. Let me draw another one. Jen has $5. So let's see. She could buy this one or this one. She still has sheep, but it is $5. This one's only 2. Give her 2 more coins each round. You know what? She'll buy this one for $4. Alright, then they slide down, but like I said, I like to do it now before I forget for the end of round stuff. Then we bring out the next 2. Alright, now we place. Okay, now we score. So we'll start with me. B is the most lighthouses. So I have 1. Jen has 2. Jen gets 5 points and I get 2 points. Alright, we move on to the next round. Now, being that I am in lead, Jen gets 1 coin from the bank. Alright, it's a new round. Start with with our income. Can't remember the word there. Jen gets the first player marker. Okay, so she's got 1, 2, 3, 4 plus the castle is 9. Alright, and I get 1, 2. 1, 2. That's it. Just 2, 7. Then we draw axe and price. Alright, so we reveal axe the axe ones. Jen will buy first. She's got 4 coins left. She only needs 3. Which one does she want here? So she wants this one here. That'll complete up here. Alright. Goes over to me. I want this one, I think. So I'll give her 4 coins. Take that one. Return the rest to the bank. Jen's first player, so she could buy off the board first. She's got 2, 4, 6, 8, $9. $9. So she could pretty much buy anything on the board other than this one. See, she could pay 6 for this. Gives her extra points at the end of the game. I think she'll hold off because I could get cheaper. Yeah, she'll buy that one. Alright. Then these slide down. Let's see what else comes out. I forgot about this ability, so it'll be 1 less for me. Jen had no money. Alright, didn't really affect anything. Alright, so let me see. I have 2, 4, $6. That's an automatic point so far. Boots, I got a couple boots. That's $5. That's $6. That'd be all my money. You know what? I'm gonna buy this one. Alright. So pay the bank $5. Slide these down. Ooh. Alright. Now we place. Okay, and now we do the end of round scoring. So we got A and C. Alright, so we'll do Jen first. Biggest mountain is at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tiles. That is 10 points. And then for C, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Give it another 2. 1, 2. For me, I got 2 points for the biggest completed mountain. So 2. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points. Divided by 2 is 4. Okay, next round, Jen is, I'm behind, so I get 2 points. Alright, so I get the first player marker, and we rinse and repeat with the income phase. So, 1, 2. Nothing else. I only got 2. So 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. We draw X and, price. Alright, we reveal X. These guys. I buy first, so I got 3 coin. You know what? I think I'm going to pass. It goes over to Jen. So Jen has got 3 coins. Yeah, she'll buy this one. Alright. So she gives me all that money. The rest goes to the bank. Okay, I buy first. Yeah, you know what? I changed my mind. I was going to buy this one. I'll wait till it goes down. Hopefully Jen will buy it. That one for 5. Because I got a couple of boats here. Alright, they slide down. Now Jen's turn to buy. Jen can't buy. She has no money. She's going to pass. Alright, so this one goes away. These all slide down. Flip this one over. Alright, now we place the tiles. Now we score. Alright, so we'll start with me. B and D. B and D. So lighthouse is 1, 2. Jen has 1, 2. We split the 5 points. Or we both get 5 points. Okay, and then farms on a completed water area. So, or ranches rather. So I got, oh, it's not completed. I got 1 here. So that's 3 points. 1, 2, 3. Let's see what Jen has. Jen has 1. Oh, that's not completed either. Goes to the next round. Since we're tied, nobody gets any money. Jen is the first player, and we go to income. Alright, so Jen gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. $10 still. Okay, and I get 1, 2, $7. Okay, now we draw an X in price. So we reveal an X. They're both mountains with the rocks on them. Alright, so Jen's first. She could buy off of me. She will. She has $5 left. Should probably go for the cattle one. Yeah. Alright, so I get $4. She's get the cattle. My turn to buy off of her. Oh, so either one. This will help me double up. Don't I have one? Yeah. So I can double up on score. I'll take that one. Alright, so because I had this, 1 coin less, so Jen gets $2 instead of 4. We discard the rest. Or it goes to the bank, not discard it. And we take those back. Jen's up first. She could select off the down board with 6 coins. Let's see. 3 mountains. Does she have a lot of mountains? 1, 2 completed. There's 2 more rounds. Nah. Maybe. Buying. Nah, she wants this one. Alright, so 3, 5 coins. That's what she'll spend. 5 coins. Getting close to the end of the game, yeah. They slide down. Let's see. What can I buy? I got 6, 8, 9 coins. Buying's not real important to me right now. Mountains. I got a bunch of little mountains. That's 3 points right now. 4 points, because I'll finish one of these off, I'm sure. So maybe that. It's 4 points. 4 points and 4 points. You know what I mean? Oh, I got this one. I got 5 coins, so it's at least 1, 2, 3. If I get another one, 6 or 4 points. So which one's worth more to me? This one or this one? You know what? I think I'll go with this one. Alright. So 5 coin. Okay, then we place them and score them. Don't forget about the tablets for each other because of them tiles we bought. Alright. Alright. And then we score. Alright, so we are doing A, C, and D. Alright, so A. Starting with Jen. Biggest mountain, 2 points for each tile. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 10 points. Half a point for the water. 1, 2, 3, 4. Divided by 2 is 2. 3 points for the water with the cattle. So 3 points because she completed this one up here. Right? That's it. 3 points. 1, 2, 3. Alright, over to me. Biggest mountain. 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, water. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 divided by 2 is 2.5. Round it down is 2. And finally, the cattle. So let's see, 1 or 3 points for that one. And then we got 6 more points for a total of 9. Okay, Jen is not in the lead, so she gets 4 coins, and we go into the last round. Okay, I get the first player token, and we get to rank them. Alright, so I think I'm still at 7, right? Yep. Jen is still at 10. Okay, now we, draw axe and price. Alright, we reveal an axe. Alright, I buy first. See, I got $4. I could do either one of these because I got this tile here. It was 1 less. So I could buy either one. Which one's worth more to me? I think this one is. Alright, so I'll give Jen all my monies. She collects that one. I get this. Alright, her turn to buy from me. And she's going to get this, definitely. So give me $5. Okay, we take the rest and pay the bank. I can buy off the down board. I got $10. It's the last round, so what will score me more points? This here for 8. Is that worth it? Yeah, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'll buy that for 8. Leaving me with $2. Not enough to score at the end of the game, a point, but it's something. Alright, move that down and slide. What will Jen get? You know what? She'll buy this one for $9 because there's some sheep and some points. Alright, now we place. Alright, now we score. So we'll start with me. We're going with B, C, and D. Alright, so lighthouses. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jen has 1, 2, 3. I get 5 points. Jen gets 2 points. We go to C. So it's the water. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Divided by 2 is 5. So I passed 0. I get the 50. And Jen has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gives her 3 points. Okay, and then we have the ranches. So did Jen have it? Yeah, Jen has 3 points. I had 9 points, right? Yeah, 3, and then the other ones, where were they? 3, and then these 2. 9 points. Alright, so that is the end of the game. Now we go to the end of the game scoring. So we do the scrolls for everyone in a complete area. We get 2 points, or multiply that by 2. We get 1 point for every 5 coins. Since neither one of us has that, we don't have to worry about that. We'll just return the money. Well, now we'll keep these in case there's a tie. Start with me, since I was the first player. So scrolls, I get 1 point for every 2 ships. I could do that twice, and I could use that on it. Okay, so I have 1. There's 1 point. Here's 2 points. Here is 3 points. I don't have a ship to match with that one. None of them are in a completed area. I was trying to complete this and I didn't get a chance to. So that is 3 points times 2 because I have 2 of them shields. So that is 6 points. Now, do I want to add this on there? Give me a second to think about this. 6 points. I think this will get me more points on it. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 15. That's 5 points rather. Nope. All right. So this one will give me 6 points. I'll add that to that. That'll give me 9 points. Okay. So that's the ships for this one. What did I say? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 points. This one here, I got 1, 2, 3. 3 ranches for another 3 points. Lighthouses, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think, right? Yep, 5. And that is it for me, right? Yep. All right, over to Jen. So, Jen also has that scoring thing. So, let's see what she wants to apply it to. So lighthouses, she would get 1, 2 points. Brock's, she gets 1 point. Ranches, 3 points. She didn't complete any of them. Alright, so I think she's going to use it on the ranches. Alright, so we'll start with the lighthouses. 1, 2, oh no, she's got 3. 1, 2, 3 points. Ranches, she has 1, 2, 3, 4. So she will use that on that for a total of 8. Were any in the completed area? Yeah, negative. Alright, so she doesn't get any additional points for that. Alright, 1 point for every 2 sheep. So 1 point, 1 point, 2 points for the sheep. 1, 2. This one, she didn't complete any fields, so that don't count. And since she didn't complete any fields, she can't do the roads in the fields. Alright, so this one here, we get the bulls. She has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 points for that. To the ships. And the Brock, she gets a single point for that. Okay, now she doesn't have any completed fields, so she can't score that. So that is the game. I won. Jen will get the 50 marker because she went over 0 for the first time. So Jen has, what she has? She has 69 and I have 82. So that was Isle of Skye with the Druids expansions. Stay tuned for what we think. Alright, so that was Isle of Skye with the Druid expansion. And this is what we think of Isle of Skye with the Druid expansion. I like this. I like this a lot better than the first one, I think. I'm still feeling out how I feel about that first expansion, the Journeyman. But this one, I do like a lot better for the game than that second one. This doesn't add that much complexity to the game at all. It's just one simple buying step with some of these special power tiles blown in there and just different scoring opportunities at the end of the game for the most part. As soon as Bigger's done, I'll be able to talk again. There we go. Alright, so the components, they're great quality components, just like the base game was. Nothing to complain there. The rule book was nice and clear. And I'll give you a section here in green for anything that included adding this expansion with Journeyman, which you can do, and I will play a game of that next. Don't you try to eat them. I would say you need a player rate for this, but you don't. It's all written on the board here. You could either choose to buy one of these or buy from the bag, basically. It tells you the steps here in phase 4. You do the normal stuff, pay at the bank, and then you can do this. So you really don't need a player rate. It's all there. You just got to remember to explain it. So the gameplay, just like regular Isle of Skye, the base game, it's tight. This is my favorite 2-player bidding game, I think. I got to play Keyflower again, but I think this is my favorite 2-player bidding game. It works well with 2 players. Some of them other games I found haven't. This did not, unfortunately, show an example of, like I said, with Journeyman. I found a 2-player game, there's usually a runaway player. This has helped that a lot, I think. I didn't show it too well in this game because I'm focusing on usually 1 player at one time. I'm not really focusing on the end game when I'm doing this. Just basically what's coming along. It's just a lot for me with trying to do multiple things at times. I'm a stoner, get off my back. Nah, it's other than that. It's the physical stuff and all that. But I find that this does fix that in a lot of ways. Me and Jen played this a few times, and I played it separately, by myself, playing 2 players. We haven't played all of the expansions together. I don't think Jen wants to sit around for that long of a game. But with this, I like that it does tighten up that 2-player lead thing, and it's like a surprise at the end of the game, because no matter what this says, at the end of the game, you got all these scroll tiles out now. So nobody's going to sit there and keep track of who has how many points throughout the game and their own points. Well, I don't think most players will. There are some out there, I'm sure, will math this out, but I do enjoy that. It's like a surprise at the end of the game. Now, these special ability tiles, I do like that. It's a nice, interesting inclusion to the game. Having a hard time. It's raining out. But I like them, and they're all a little different, and you can stack them, which is cool. Two of them have to deal with the buying phase. And that helps every turn basically if you get them. It's a coin or two less depending on how many you have, and you could double them up, so it could be up to 4 coins less when you're buying from another player. These guys here, you could basically add a scroll onto a scroll that's already been counted. That could be powerful because they could be stacked. In the 2-player game, I've seen that happen where they come up enough that you can stack them a couple times. I'm sure in more players, they'll come out more. You'll go through the stack of Druid tiles more than you would with a 2-player game. So there'll be more opportunities, for these to be stacked. In a 2-player game, they just don't come out frequently enough to be stacked. But there have been a couple games where I have been able to, and it's cool that you can stack the abilities. This guy here, I do like this. You get into situations where you pull 2 tiles out that you definitely want. So you can guarantee yourself at least one of them, and then hopefully get the other one later on. Or even if you just need one, you can guarantee yourself you could buy it, because you can buy that before anybody else buys it off you in that first round. So that's cool. And then the final one was this guy here, which mitigates this, makes the drawing from the bag a little more interesting. I haven't done this in general, where you draw from the bag too often, or at all rather. I haven't seen the need for it. It may be later, with more players you need it more. I don't know. But it's cool that, you could get it cheaper and get another one, so you got more variety of, what you do draw. Maybe at one point I'll use it. I don't know. I haven't used it. So I could see in situations where you would use that drawing from the bag instead of up top there. But I really haven't. And then, as usual, if you pass, like I said, if you pass during the first buying phase, you don't necessarily have to pass during the second one. You can choose to buy or pass if you want to. So overall, I think this is a good addition, a good expansion for Druids. It doesn't add much time on, maybe 10, 15 minutes, depending on the players, to the base game. It really doesn't add, like a whole nother half of a game like that board does on the Journeyman expansion. So it's it gives you more of what Isle of Skye was, a little variety, just more the same, a little bit more variety, not a ton of rules, not a bunch of rules or complexity added onto it. So it feels like a good, I would buy this before I would get the Journeyman expansion. And then, if you run out of variety with it, or you want more of a challenge, more complexity in the game, I'd get the Journeyman expansion and add that into it. It can all be mixed together, which you'll see in a video later on. And the tiles with the Journeyman don't really affect anything but the Journeyman expansion. That just tells you can get a point here or there. So, other than that, we do like this game. It will be staying in the collection, obviously. If it's something you're interested in, it's online. I'm sure you can pick it up somewhere, or you can look at it on BGG. They got other videos. And that's it. Get gaming, have fun. See you next time. Thanks for watching. Give me out.